Light me up, don't you stop, 'cause tonight it's on the line. Show me how you get on down. Close my eyes, take me for a ride.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Another road trip. We're on the road again.
And another vloggy vlog.
Oh yeah. Welcome
Hi.
to Tina's channel. Tina is top chauffeur today. We have actually got Banksy and Addie in the trailer, and we're off to a familiar place actually. We're off to Rollerstone Farm, where we go. What is it?
Rollstone.
Oh, Rollstone. My bad. Rollstone.
But we're not
Farm.
seeing a familiar face.
But we're not seeing a familiar face. Cam isn't up there teaching today, but we are meeting somebody that has featured on a vlog before. If you remember back to my swipe up kick on vlog 1, I want to say it was. I'm pretty sure it was. It was the first day, wasn't it? We met the lovely Sophie, who took a template of Addie's back. Admittedly, I think she's going to have to retake that template today because she might have changed shape a little bit after having about 4 weeks off after Suko. But she has come back absolutely fabulous, as you will have seen in my Bringing Addie Back to Work vlog. She is still carrying on so well. Fabulous attitude, and yeah, she is loving being back in work. We still need to work a little bit on that tummy, but I know that will work. It will come off, it will work off, it will be fine. So we are off to meet Sophie to check out some Albion saddles for both of us, as both ponies are in the trailer. It is for both of us. Now, I've just had a little look back through because I wanted to know when exactly I started riding in Albion saddles. Now, with Miss Lola, I got my K2 Legend dressage saddle. I picked that up secondhand from down here in Cornwall because I had ridden actually in my instructor at the times. She had a K2 dressage saddle, so I borrowed that for a while, loved it, so then went on the hunt and found one myself. And that was back in 2016, so quite a few years ago.
I remember I borrowed it once.
You did?
When we went to riding club.
Is that because you forgot yours?
No, I didn't forget things. What are you on about? No, it's because mine had been sent away to be widened.
Ah, yes, and you were going to do it in your jump saddle, but no, you used that instead.
I really liked it. Good job too, because that Judge's door box flapped open and made him jump, and it kept me nice and secure with its deep knee blocks. I don't think I'd have been staying in the saddle in my jump. Anyway,
you will if you get a K3. I've had that many years, rode Sprite at Badminton in it. Obviously it has done many a test with Lola, and now it has been fitted by the lovely Nina, who I do meet up with down here to have my saddles checked until now. And I'm meeting obviously Sophie because she is now working for Albion 1 day a week, and it's now fitted to Addie, and I've only ridden actually in it at Swipe Up Kick On. That was, and a couple times before that, but I haven't really ridden it in Addie.
She was qualified enough to be.
No, I didn't. It was a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, and yeah, I don't know.
Not you're actually eventing. It's funny,
exactly.
Isn't it? Whereas actually, it's going to give her more freedom in her shoulders anyway. Like,
more freedom in her shoulders, and also getting my legs wrapped around her is so much
allowing
easier.
You to ride longer.
I couldn't believe it when I put it on. I was like, why have I not been riding in this sooner? But anyhow. So we're going to go up and we're going to test out some dressage saddles today, because it might be time to, you know, upgrade, revamp. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. There are a few different models to be trying today.
Do you know how old the one you have got is? Because it's still fabulous quality, but do you know, like, how
old
is it when you got it?
No, because it was second hand. I'm not sure. No, I don't know how old it is.
Shows their longevity's good anyway.
Oh, 100%, and yeah, it always cleans up. So yeah, exactly, it always comes up and looks after it's been cleaned and things like that. Yeah, I love it. I do love it. So yeah, I'm excited to see like
There's quite a
newer model. Yeah, there are a lot of options, so we will be testing them out today. And I've also, as you can probably see, 2 red covers back there. Hopefully that is in camera. That is in shot. I've bought my K3 because there are some changes now. You might have seen a little sneaky story that I put on my Instagram a little while ago of a new colour, maybe something along those sort of colours actually. My nails are matching. Oh, my nails are dirty. And yeah, there's going to be some changes.
I'd say more your watch. I don't think it's that vibrant, is it?
Not that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. There is a theme here. We can all see how much I like this colour. So I have also had a little look, and I rode originally in a K2 jump saddle back in the summer of 2019. Fell in love with it, and then I actually reached out to Albion to see if they had any second-hand ones that I could purchase from them.
But you couldn't find one, could you?
I couldn't, no, very high demand, and I think because it was, I want to say it's a 17.5 inch that I wanted. It's a very common size, and yeah, medium wide, 17.5 inch, and like I say, it was very popular and high in demand, and couldn't find one, so I messaged them, and then they said that they had something new coming out. So it was actually at Burley that I had my first ever sit in gorgeous K3, which I still absolutely love to this day.
Phoning me buzzing.
I know.
Even though you went in there looking like a drowned rat, instantly
I know. Yeah, I was. It had absolutely tipped it down with rain whilst I was trying to find the Albion stand, and I was, trying to get going. She's going to get some fuel. So I sat in it there because that was when they were kind of launching it. It had just come out. And then I properly rode in one on a horse on Miss Lola in December 2019. Then we had the unfortunate pandemic. Everything hit. I went to Thailand. It actually arrived with Nina whilst I was in Thailand, but then because we came back, went straight into a lockdown. I couldn't actually get the saddle until then summer 2020. It was in between, I think, lockdown 1 and lockdown 2. So there was a bit of a delay there, none of our faults, but yeah, I'll tell you what, it was worth every single extra day of the wait, because I absolutely love it. It has been fantastic for Addie being a youngster. It gives me that secure feeling when I'm in the saddle, and yeah, just basically we're gonna change it up a little bit. So I've got the red glitz and red piping on there, which of course was Miss Lola's cross-country colours, but today I'm going to be discussing, and I did have a little bit of a chat with Sophie when we were up at Swipe Up Kick On at Knobwood, like what I could change. I don't want to go like full-blown Barbie pink saddle, but I just want like those really almost like elegant detail on it. So yeah, excited to speak through the changes that we can make. She's also going to check it over, which again, after Addie having a little bit of a break, will be good. I don't know if it has become a little bit low in front, but yeah, we'll speak to the expert. We'll speak to Sophie when we get up to location. So yeah, we'll carry on our little road journey. I've got to unfortunately do some work, so I'm gonna hotspot off my phone, get a little bit of work done, then I can log off for the day. I'm excited, and also to get this one in an Albion saddle. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Are you excited? You've got to be excited.
I am excited because I've been all of it.
Tina's also making a vlog of this, so make sure that you go check that out because it'll be out before mine.
Will it?
Yeah, I got to catch up.
I just know that I always used to, whenever I used to come and ride Lola, bring my saddle with me until you got this one.
And then you didn't.
And then I didn't. I was like, no, I feel secure in that. That's fine. Yeah. But your old one, I don't like riding in. I'll be honest. I was a bit of a saddle snob.
It's not that though. I just think I had major saddle issues when Lola was younger. And you were it put me off.
And exactly, and also,
I found something.
And I'll say about it in my vlog, but I had saddle issues a few years back, which is why I've ever been dubious to change. But I need to realise that
you got experts like Sophie, Nina, out there.
And also, I just think that because Banksy is getting older, he is going to change shape more than what he has over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, he's been in his, well, he is in his prime. He's not getting old yet. I need to go. I've forgotten the mileage now. Thinking it.
Right, we'll see you there. And we are here. The sun has come out. It's actually quite warm. Addie is out. We are going to do one pony at a time. You're very chilled, aren't you? Yes. I think she's definitely going to be a little bit rounder than when you last saw her.
We'll definitely find out.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, now she's like on perfectly flat like surface. I thought the break would have put her withers up a bit, but actually I think her bum's just grown. Look at it. I know she's not standing dead square, but so we start off with a template, and then we can compare that to the template that you guys, Sophie, took it last time up at Suco. See how much has changed. I wonder if she's gone more level because she was a little bit out left, wasn't she? Yeah, she's had a little break, so hopefully that may have calmed down and even. Yeah, we'll wait and find out.
comparing it to what it was like last time you did it. Was this from camp?
Yeah.
Just feeling it out before even putting it into her. Good girl, stand up.
Under 18, coordinating.
You're not bothered. Oh, it doesn't look too low there now. Maybe it's when I'm sat on her that I...
Again, it's going to be accentuated by
Her bar, yeah, very true, very true.
the arena. You've got a little bit of flux, obviously a little bit solid on this side, which
Okay.
again would make sense because obviously her left side was slightly weaker. So if you have a little feel, that left side was slightly more flucked up.
Something
Yeah.
did get me, yeah.
Where is it? Must be.
Oh, is that nice?
Better, darling.
Yeah, that's the spot.
Yeah, that's what she was trying to get.
Oh, darling. It wasn't
She's
even
like, I couldn't reach that, but I wanted it.
Is that better? Oh yeah, you get groomed. That's nice. Is that better? Are you okay now? Her template, where her left side's come up,
Yeah.
this is now basically a little bit tight on this left side.
Okay.
And actually you've got a little bit more of a gap on the right hand side.
Right.
So it'd be really obvious to go, oh, we'll just put a little bit more flock in the right side, but actually what we're going to do is soften the left side.
Cool.
So we're not going to change the width, we're not going to add any more flock, we're just going to
Cool.
soften and mash down.
Cool.
But otherwise absolutely fine. I think
Ideal.
a little bit, like you say, she's a growing young horse, so she's a little bit creep high at the moment. But she does still have wither and some shape.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those at the moment, statically it isn't collapsing, but we'll see what she's like in motion.
Yeah,
so we'll
yeah.
obviously pop you on.
And that's probably where I thought that maybe it was potentially a little bit low,
Yeah.
and it's actually just because of I was pushing.
Potentially, but we'll get you on and just double check. But obviously with
Yeah.
the rider weight and in motion it isn't just dropping. So
Yes,
we'll do that.
cool. Fabulous. She likes that new bit as well then, Em. I know we're here for saddles, but...
No, it's all the saddle.
Oh, it's all the saddles, sorry.
Saddle. It was all that mashing. Don't even take the bit.
Charlotte is here capturing content for Albion's Instagram.
Trying
Oh, and
to.
TikTok, I believe.
Yes, a bit of everything, and maybe even YouTube.
Woo! Aww. She doesn't look, apart from the belly, she doesn't look like she's been out of work.
She's feeling much happier.
Oh, good. Because of the saddle.
Yeah, because of the saddle. We'll go with a happy medium, partial bit,
Yeah.
No, I don't. I definitely feel more even in it. Or is it slightly going to the left? I don't know if that's because of me though.
That'd be good, because you forever went to the right. True?
It's like you've almost got to close your eyes until, isn't it?
Yeah, no, yeah. And also, sometimes, obviously, horses' shoulders genuinely one will sit slightly further forward than another.
Okay.
So sometimes it can actually, when you look down, people can say like the saddles aren't level, but obviously the panels technically are level if you took it off the horse. But obviously, if you've got a shoulder that sits further forward than another, it
Yeah.
won't actually look level.
Yes.
So I forever have to kind of draw lines. I feel probably worse.
Okay.
But again, this is why we're riding and trying. So obviously we'll get her, we'll have a good ride in the saddle and make sure it isn't moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously where, again, that right side, again, it just had a slight little bit of, again, where the flock has bedded down and a little bit kind of harder in one area.
Yeah.
So again, we've just softened through there, pop a little bit of flock in, so it's now perfectly even and level. So you've got perfect panel contact. Whereas you had, again, an area which just dropped a little bit. But
So was it the left at the front and the right at the back?
not so much. It's actually basically on the right side into the centre of the panel.
Okay.
Just through there. So I've actually got Charlotte because she's learning actually. So I've got her to feel. So basically it's a little bit solid at the front. So again, where again you had that sensation of it dropping, so it's flocked up, which I completely agree with. Where she's changed shape, again it basically was a little bit fractionally tight, and then you had an area of no contact. So by softening it, allowed it to sit, and then obviously just infilling that area. So now when you feel under, you've got really nice contact all the way through.
All the way through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First canter in 6 weeks.
Yeah, I never cantered at school last week.
Oh, I just did walk and trot.
And we got the right leg and everything.
It's the little things that are the big things,
How
yeah.
did the canter feel?
Nice.
That's really nice and level. It's lovely.
Yeah. I wonder if that as well is what's helping me get the right lead.
Potentially.
Yeah, because all of the balance. I thought she was coming straight to the jump then. That's a big trotting pole.
I realised there was no gap now with the jump. Yeah, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, it was right. That was the harder.
Yeah, it was.
That was nice. Good girl, Addie.
Yeah, the pony's over there and you really want to see the pony.
Let's go say hello.
Concentrating on where you're going. Yeah, that's better. Good girl. Good girl.
Aww. Good baby. Happy mummy?
Out of breath, Mummy. Good girl. You're such a sweetheart. Okay. Have a little jump.
Pull that face again.
No. I'm actually quite excited. I'll just give her a little walk for a moment. Is that alright?
Which way were you coming down, or which way?
I'll come up.
Okay, so only so I can stand in the right place.
Not very pleasant. Oh, okay. It turned out to be, but not very pleasant.
Oh, good girl.
Good girl.
Good job.
Oh, Addie. Good girl. She's like, I like this.
So you've got correct canter lead on landing.
Yeah.
Right lead.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, not that way.
Keen as beans.
Behaviours. So it could be, again, mounting can be an issue. Now that obviously could be historic, but it also could get really, really good and then start to deteriorate.
But that's the thing, she's got a lot better at mounting, hasn't she? So if she
that's
does,
what we want.
yeah.
And then it could be when you're tacking up. So if the horse is always absolutely fine, doesn't fidget, doesn't move, and it starts to move away from the saddle or becomes fidgety or even girthy, that could be a saddle related, actually to do a check.
Yep.
If you're going absolutely fine, performance is wonderful, everything's going really, really well, and then it starts to deteriorate, or you notice a balance change. So if you start to feel tip forward, again, that will be collapsing at the front. If you feel a little bit behind the movement, with her be very difficult at the moment. But again, if you
Miss
did,
bum
again,
high.
that would be a little bit head high. Again, silly things that, again, because she's a young horse, that you find that one, couple of minutes will be great on the left rein, then all of a sudden it'll be right rein, whatever. You can obviously start to feel if you're tipping one side as well. So all of those are really, really subtle things. Again, her back is regularly done, so if her back is absolutely fine when it's treated, or like your usual kind of wearing, bit tight in an area, that's normal. And then all of a sudden, she's gone tight behind the saddle or in the saddle placement area. Again, it's due its check. So it's just little subtle things. Obviously, when they're performance horses and they're out regularly competing, being ridden, regularly, it's things like that. Again, quite a hot day today, so it'd be really, really good to take the saddle off. Is there equal sweat?
Yeah, that's a good way of looking, isn't it? Yeah.
Things like that. Is there an area that no contact? So it's just really kind of subtle but obvious things that we need to keep an eye on. But that would be all. And again, she's
What
a
would
young
you say
horse.
to see her again in like?
Really, as a young horse to me, we want to see her probably 3-4 months, every 3-4 months, because they change that rapidly. So you kind of would get her going into the winter and then kind of coming out of the winter. So if she's going to drop off, again, you'll get it on the way out, but again, at the same time, she's coming back into work now. So we're going to bring her back into full work, up the routine and the workload.
Get a bit trimmer.
A couple of events, obviously, end of the season. So yeah. That's basically what we'd like to have a little look at. Which again, I knew it would, but...
Does that show it's too long for her, does it? Yeah.
Which again, you pretty much only have to look at them and you know it's
Tiny little legs.
Yeah. Small but mighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like the knee blocks are really doing anything.
But what do you think to seat? Are you comfortable with it being too big? Is it uncomfortable? Does it feel too wide?
It's not uncomfortable. I just don't know whether this little bit here is actually too wide for me.
Yeah.
Blocks again. So you can imagine, like you can already see your knee here in that block.
Which is right at the bottom.
Yeah, literally. So if I was to put a block like here,
not at the bottom.
and literally teardrop, for example, that low leg is going to
and enable you to get closer to her again. Yeah.
So this is why it's a case of actually, we're going to put you in another one in a second once you have a little canter in this.
Yeah.
And then if you go, absolutely love the seat in this one, I feel way more at home, but again the block's a problem, we can modernise that's sorted.
Yeah.
But if you go, actually, she felt the best in this, then there's loads I can do. So for the seat, if you feel a little bit wider here, we can't narrow the actual seat anymore, but what I can actually do is we can actually put a couple of bits of foam, so obviously in the actual seat here, and then that'll literally narrow it up a little bit there. Yeah. So there's loads we can do, which is why you just got to communicate what.
I think, like you said though, because my position, like you say, not having to do any work to do that, I actually think that might be the right place, and I'm just not used to.
I mean, if you probably get home, you probably message me tomorrow and go, actually hurt here.
Yeah, ouch.
Yeah. And I'll be like, great.
That's what I intended.
You'll remember me.
But I think that opening up, I think that is like what's making you then, you're actually...
What's they say about your hips when you ride?
Yeah. You know, that free walking along road and you're really like, come on, walk out.
You'll be getting 9s for your free walk.
In the 17, the flap length will be slightly shorter as well, so that'll be good. And then, like I say, I'd just put you in a Velcro block if we were going for this.
Yes.
And then I'll show you the different finishes. So, for example, if you wanted that sort of wrapped or covered leather, then that'll be the Royale finish. That's a calf skin, so again, it's slightly softer, more grippy. And then you'd have the moulded block as well. So,
what is this leather then?
That's just their standard. But it's
So
still
soft, isn't it? Yeah.
It is super soft.
Good girl.
I feel like a buck's coming in a minute. Good girl. Not from the saddle, by the way, I'll just put it out.
Just because you can see that she's feisty. It's because you're not letting her jump.
I feel like I could sit here and not having to actually do much. It's already just...
So as I say, it's not, again, perfect fit on her at the moment, so I need to block it in certain places and things like that. But again, I can kind of see tree fit wise I'm really happy with, so I know what to do if we're keeping this for her.
Yeah.
As I always say to people, these are just demo saddles, so obviously they're ridden in the tried.
Yeah.
They're not the finished product, so there's loads I'd do for you, and there's also obviously a bit I'd do for her.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Good girl. No, that felt lovely though. I didn't feel like it was too wide in the canter, but it's in the trot I do.
Okay. Do you want to go and do a little bit of system trot then? Yeah.
Funny, isn't
See what
it?
it feels like when you're actually sitting. You might find, again, this is a massive, like, turning point actually in sitting trot, like yes or no. It was something you can actually ride in eventually.
Yeah.
But again, it's a very different concept to what you've been riding in.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot more saddle.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Banksy thinks he's just come as a babysitter.
Yeah, he's pretty happy.
Yeah.
And how is that uncomfortable in the sitting? And then if you go back to rising, is it something again, the more you ride in, would you be comfortable in?
It's that little bit I think when I ride just up out of the saddle is where I feel it, but I think that's just I'm tight in my groins. Probably. Because I don't feel it sitting trot.
No, that's kind of what I'm just trying to work out what you're feeling, because I want you to kind of like sit and trot, rise and trot, canter you're happy, sit and trot, you're pretty happy, so just rise and what you're feeling.
Just like literally as I ride.
Okay.
But I reckon that's maybe something to do with me stretching my feet or something like that, and that's that.
Okay.
But that was quite
And do you
interesting.
think obviously if you had the seat so smaller and you're a little bit more secure, then in
Yeah,
the
and
rise and trot you're not kind of almost moving?
I feel like when I come back to standing, I noticed myself a minute ago, I moved my position of where I...
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually not bad then. Right.
I was going to say, shall I put you out trotting poles, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Spin around, thank you. Come on. Some circles. Yeah.
Different in rising trot?
Yeah, I'm not feeling that, like, I'm going to say pain, but it wasn't pain, it was just
So this
tightness.
Restriction. Yeah.
Yes. But I feel like my thighs hurt going into the knee slot.
That's good though. Yeah. Better than when you're talking about wedding dresses. Quicker decision than when you're talking about wedding dresses.
Yeah,
And that's the one that you said suited Addie shape more as well, so... Oh, she's off.
We haven't got a cantilever problem today anyway.
No. Comfy pony.
Yeah, happy pony. Wow.
You look very upright.
Okay, so Addie's fitting is all done. As you can see, her little head poking out. And she just loaded like a dream with Banksy out and is quite happily stood in there munching her hay. She has been an absolute sweetheart. I do actually think it is really good practice for them to sort of stop-start, get going, take the saddle off, put the saddle on. But she has taken it all like a proper little grown-up. She very much enjoyed jumping the jump for the first time in, must be 7 weeks now since we went to camp. 7 weeks, she's been back in, yeah, 7 weeks. Whoa. Oh, yeah, her little ears kept pricking up every time she came around that corner, and very much so when we then put on the dressage saddles to try. Every time we came around the corner, I'm sure she was thinking, there's a jump there, Mum. Should we jump the jump? Bless her, she does love her jumping. So we tested out these two gorgeous, as you see, these two gorgeous saddles. That is the Fabrento, and this is the SLK. So, oh, Banksy's turn, but first of all we need to go to the toilet. I can tell because Tina starts her whistling. So this is obviously dual flap, and what Sophie is saying is that we would have teardrop knee blocks so that my leg, at the moment my knee is like here and like cutting into the block. It's not doing what the purpose of the block is, and that's perhaps what I am noticing in my current dressage saddle, because like I said, I bought it second hand. It's not been sort of fitted to me, and because I am, we all know, I am rather short, don't have the longest of legs, so just, Mummy knew you well, Banks, didn't she?
I knew he knew.
So yeah, just by having those knee blocks as a teardrop, so it cut down through here, it would be able to just allow my knee to actually come into the knee block underneath. So yeah, I think that would make a huge difference, especially having it can be Velcro. It's not going to ruin the look of the saddle because it is that dual flap. So yeah, the Velcro will be underneath, and then as we progress up through the levels, as we do more dressage, she perhaps changes shape, gets more power in her back end. That is just going to help me, and I can move them as and when I need to. So yeah, it is a little bit of a wider seat, which I was just noticing. I didn't notice it in the canter or in the sitting trot, but I did just as I was rising out of it. But I actually think that could be just because I'm a little bit tight in like my groin area. I don't think it's actually anything to do with the saddle, but I think it was just making me really sit properly, and when you're coming out and rising, it's just using those muscles, and I think that's where I was just perhaps slightly feeling it, but not in a bad way, not in a that the saddle doesn't fit or anything like that. I think it was more just that I'm a little bit tight because I'm not used to sitting like that, and I haven't actually been riding even in my dressage saddle that much at all. I went schooling last week and I didn't even wear it then because it was first time going out and I wanted to ride in my jump saddle. But once those knee blocks are in place, I'm probably going to feel an awful lot more secure, and I'll be feeling even more happier too. So yeah, very successful. Go and swap to Tina's vlog because Banksy is now being checked over. I don't know whether they're going to start dressage or jump. Just templating at the moment. Yeah, so excited. Let's get Tina over to an Albion rider. Just like that, it is the following day. It was rather late. I think I didn't get home until gone 10:30 last night by the time we dropped Banks off and then brought these back. Dad did thankfully come up, and Sprite was out in the front field, so put them out in the field. They've been in for the afternoon because it is suddenly gone. I mean, it's always been muggy, but it's suddenly gone very hot again. Sun is out, and I think it is forecasted to be like that all weekend as well. And I wasn't organised enough. I should have got up early and ridden Spritey because it is just slightly too warm for her right now. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow morning, nice and early. But yeah, anyway, I digress. Let's talk saddles. What a fabulous afternoon. Huge thank you to Sophie and Charlotte. It was lovely to catch up with them. I wasn't expecting us to be up there for so many hours, but it was a brilliant afternoon. And of course, a huge thank you to Albion for organising it all. Very exciting. Exciting times ahead, isn't there, Addie? Yes. So yeah, I need to decide on my colour scheme, so I'm not going to give that away. Maybe I have already, but I'm not going to give that away now in case I haven't said it already. And it will have to be a little bit of a surprise because there will of course be another fitting where we will be meeting Sophie when the dressage saddle comes, and I've had the changes to my K3, so I will make another vlog then. but I am very, very excited. Schooling is going to be ramping up, Addie. I hope you're ready. She was such a sweetheart. I'm also, like, with everything that obviously went on, stop starting, changing saddles and all that, she just took it in her stride and was such a good girl. So really, really chuffed with her. She has got a very well-deserved day off today because she hasn't even done that much travelling. The last time only took her like 10 minutes up the road last week, and then yesterday she's travelled all the way to Exeter, and she travelled really, really well. She loaded past Banksy and everything. So yeah, everything was positive of yesterday, and yeah, very, very excited for the next few months. I think it will be a few months by the time things get made, and probably by the time I decide my colour scheme, because maybe that's why I'm not going to tell you, because I don't actually know it myself now. I do have a good idea of what I want, just got to decide where I want it on the saddles. But yeah, very, very exciting. Huge thank you to Albion again, and yeah, feel very, I don't want to say honoured, but I don't actually know what the word is. Very grateful, yeah, to work with a brand that I explained at the very beginning that I have loved for many years, and to then work with them is just still now, and it is with all the other brands that I work with, a bit of a pinch me moment that it has, like, all of this vlogging and all has led to being able to work with these incredible brands, British brand as well. If 6-year-old me told myself that I would be riding and doing this and working with these brands, I wouldn't have believed myself. I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe it would end up like this. But no, feeling very grateful for what I have, what I do, and my gorgeous ponies. I'm very grateful to them too. So yeah, I'm very grateful to you guys for actually watching the content that I put out. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one. Please do like, comment and subscribe as always. But until next time, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye! My high-pitched buys are getting higher and higher.